Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we are back with another exciting episode of Silent Hunter 5. Felt like there was going to be more coming out there, but no, that's the entire title. Don't know why I thought there would be more. We got our tiger stripes back, that's always a good thing. We are going to refit our boat. And now, we got a full load of fuel. We didn't really expend any torpedoes, I don't think. At least, if we did, nothing much came from them.
New waypoint. Course
And,
224. Returning to course. New waypoint. Course
let's
215.
go like that.
Waypoint. Course
Now we'll take
242.
a fresh
New
route out of
waypoint.
Bergen,
Course
although
227. New waypoint. Course 238.
I'm a little bit concerned that we might run aground. It's a pretty narrow channel. Anyway,
New waypoint. Course 2.
we're out of Bergen,
1.
and we're going to be heading out further there to the Atlantic air gap. Let's keep it going speed 2. We don't need to be burning through the fuel. Now,
New waypoint. Course 2.
I have adjusted.
New waypoint. Course 292.
Sorry, well, I'm thinking and talking at the same time, and those are never good things to do. I've adjusted
New
the
waypoint.
frequency of air
Course
attacks.
304.
Just because the way it is in the base game, there's just... Well, I mean, the way it is in the base game, there's none. Or barely any. And then in the updated latest version of Open Horizons, man, my brain, it's slow. I apologize. It got crazy. It was like Silent Hunter 4 all over again. So call me a dirty, rotten cheat, but I've toned it down. So we won't be getting too many aircraft contacts, which I think is fine. Considering our anti-aircraft capabilities, while they're alright, it's pretty limited. And, yeah, nobody really likes having 20 different aircraft. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but nobody likes it. We got a promotion point to spend. That's going to be too much. Those are going to be too much. Too much. None to spend. Too much. No? I have one promotion point, though. Those things cost 2. That is a shame. Alright, well, we'll just have to keep that promotion point in the bank. Anyway, what's the plan for today? Well, the plan for today is to head back out here, sink some ships. Whether this moves or not, I'm not gonna worry myself too much about it. We got a long time to accomplish it. We should be getting a few more missions in and around the Atlantic. I'm hoping we might even get down here. I can't remember if it was this time or the next campaign that we actually wind up heading down by Spain. Regardless, I can't wait to get down there so we can start taking a look at the Mediterranean before we actually shift, and go work in the Mediterranean. Anyway, that's about it for an intro. So I'm just going to see you guys when we get out here, or... Well, let me just check one thing. The Nelson and the Illustrious. I mean, that would be good. That would be good for morale, too, wouldn't it? But we hit Scapa Flow so often. That's my only concern. It's just... I don't know. We should hit a different port, I guess. Faroe Islands, maybe? That might not be a bad idea. Or... Well, that's a very well-protected port. I don't think we'll find anything there. And I don't want to tempt fate with too many aircraft. It's bad enough we're going to be sailing right past them. We'll just go for convoys, and hopefully we'll sink one, or two, or many. I don't know, but I want some explosions in this episode, so... Yeah, that's what we're going to try it for. And I'm going to see you guys when we get there. See you guys in a bit. Alright guys, so we are right about here. And what I'm trying to do is figure out which airbase we're in range of. And honestly, I don't think we're in range of any warship or airbase. So I'm going to just go out on a limb here and suggest that these
New
guys...
contact, warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 346. Long range.
are an air group, or a carrier group. So, now they are coming basically right for us. What we're probably going to want to do is get deeper.
Take her deeper.
And
Current depth 20 meters.
well, what direction are they going? It looked like they were coming this way. Okay,
Periscope
let's
depth.
get on the periscope and see if we can't spot them. Although, they're probably a ways out. Let's see. Oh, yeah, these guys are way far out. So let's cut our engines, drop that down. And yeah, so if that's them there, what we'd want to do is kind of come in like that.
Slow speed ahead.
I think. Alright, so let's see. How far out are these guys from that point? About 5 kilometers. So really, they're going to be about, you know, 3 if we can get to our positions quick enough. And I hope we're able to get to our positions quick enough. Because if this is a carrier group, I'm going to be excited. So let's see, what can we see? We can see an aircraft carrier.
Target marked.
Way far out. Way far out. Huh. Right.
Target marked.
What about the closest? Yeah, even the closest destroyer is a ways out. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Marked.
let's see if we can do this the actual sub-simming way.
New target.
So, what kind of aircraft carrier? I think... Now, this could just be me wanting it to be. But I think it is an Ark Royal. Oh, maybe not. No, maybe not. I don't... It's not a glorious. So it's... We'll go with an illustrious. Let's lock that sucker in. Let's get our torpedo depth down nice and low as well. We know these suckers are going 17 knots. And we know these guys are about 6,000 meters. All right. Now, it's going to be coming in on the port side. Basically like that. Okay, let's see if that is a good target. We'll warm up. Nope, apparently we won't warm up anything. That's fine. We'll try and put it nice and center and los. And then we'll get this guy up a little bit deeper
Set to 6 meters.
and los. Now that second torpedo, in fact, either one of these torpedoes may clip a destroyer. Which it would, you know, I mean, that's not going to be the best thing, but at least we'll damage something. And it should be... There she be.
All stop.
I don't know about this. That looks to me like it might be going wide, but I don't know how quickly that carrier is going to be coming in. And then if we take a look at this guy here, I mean, right now, it's on a relatively perfect intercept course for a destroyer, which is not necessarily a good thing.
Torpedo missed, sir.
Alright. So that guy was clearing away. Not going to happen. Is that what I'm hearing? Because it just kind of stopped? Were we... Did both of these stop? Well, that's got me confused. I didn't think that we were at the extreme range of things. Maybe that angle on the bow needs to be a bit more like so?
Torpedo depth set to 6 meters.
Let's try it.
Firing tube.
I don't know if that locked in, so
Torpedo depth set to 6.
We'll do that.
Tube 4. Los.
And again, I don't know if we're going to be sneaking through the escorts. Or if these are even still going. Oh no, I hear it. There it goes.
Tube 1. Ready.
Oh, and there's the other one. Well, those are definitely misses. Right?
Torpedo missed, sir. Torpedo missed, sir.
I think it's fairly safe to say I don't know what I'm doing. Alright, well, that was a complete and total bust. 15, 14. I don't think we can keep pace with them. Let's check. Was that an exploding torpedo? Or was that an exploding something else? There's definitely some explosions going on. Those have got to be the torpedoes that just didn't go anywhere. That's my guess anyway. Alright, well...
New waypoint. Course 3-1.
How slow is that going to be submerged? 8 knots submerged.
Aircraft spotted. Bearing 4.
Torpedo missed.
Yeah, we're not going to catch those guys, that's for sure. Okay, let's end that. Damn, that's a letdown. But it is what it is. Come on. Really? Really? Come on. Really? You decided to stop there, did you? Let's just go to the target location and let's hope we hit something. Alright, we'll see you guys in a bit. Alright, so as we were trying to get away from the aircraft carrier, obviously, we picked up a tail of a nice little biplane dive bomber. And because this guy's being a jerk and won't leave us alone, we're gonna have to kill him. Is basically what's going on here. There we go. Dead. I know I've been complaining about aircraft lately, but I can't complain about that because, I mean, you know, we were just engaging a freaking aircraft carrier group. It's obvious that there's going to be planes after us. Alright, well, with that guy taken care of, and at least, you know, blowing up something, we're just going to move into position and then start our patrol of this area. Now, the good news, because there is some good news, we've captured France. I believe this happened at the end of last video, seeing as how there was a comment that said I could have gone to Brest, but I didn't, so deal with it. Our base is now Lorient, which is good, very familiar. I'm excited to be back, and the only concern I've got, of course, is running aground, but I know about that now, so we should be fine. Actually, well, I doubt that that guy's actually going to be coming along. I don't know when we made that contact, so we'll see. We'll see if we get some targets. And if we get some ships we can sink. Hopefully we do.
Course 49.
It's an airplane. Of course it is. We're still on the flak guns? Good. Let's get that reloaded. Yeah, that's right, aircraft. We know you're out here. So it's just a matter of waiting for you to come into range, and then we can blow you up. Oh god. Water, don't obscure my vision. Oh, ammo bar. Go away. Are you kidding? There we go. Alright. So if I've got one complaint about shooting at aircraft in this game, it's, obviously you've got to give your anti-aircraft gunners a target, because otherwise, you know, how they're going to know what to shoot at. But you got to lead the target, and you got to aim at a specific point. Like, it's tough to actually target aircraft, which makes shooting them down a little frustrating. Anyway, I'm going to be back when I've got something bigger than a biplane to shoot at. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so, I picked up a contact over here, and it was coming along this direction. We're well ahead of it, so at the moment we're just sitting under the water waiting.
Yes, sir.
And I figure it looks like we've got some talking to for the crew, so let's go ahead and do that, especially since morale is absolutely as low as it possibly could be. How's your crew holding up?
My crew is in good spirits, Herr Kalon. Thanks for asking. They are very happy with your command.
Good.
Yes, sir.
That's what I like to hear. Thank you, Dieter.
Jawohl, Herr Kalon?
Benno, having trouble sleeping?
Yes, Captain. I've been having bad dreams, but I can't remember them. The watch officer got mad I fell asleep once, but I was just so tired.
Well,
Jawohl, Herr Kalon?
you know, try to sleep.
Jawohl, Herr Kalon.
How's your brother doing on the Bismarck?
Ship out. Their destination is top secret, but he thinks it's the West Atlantic.
Alright, so we've already had that conversation, so that's good to know. Yosef, how's it going? Any problems with the boat?
The welding on this boat is magnificent. Never seen a better crafted ship in my life. We could probably take her down to 250 without problems.
Well, keep up the good work, Chief. Hopefully we don't have to test that. How do you guys have question or talking points? How's it going, sir? How are you liking the new boat?
Better than the old Einbaum. I hardly hit my head anymore.
Heh. Well, you know, we could always issue you a helmet if you'd like.
Jawohl, Herr Kalon.
You want to try some of
Olaf, any new recipes for the crew?
No. Everybody's been asking me the same thing.
Alright, so that's everything taken care of. You know what?
Try some of this too, Captain?
Morale is pretty low.
Don't
Let's get a
worry,
special
Herr
meal.
Kalon. This meal will make the boys feel right at home.
Good. I hope it will, because we need it. Alright, so with morale doubled to 2 out of 14, we're just going to wait for this convoy to hopefully appear at some point. See you guys in a bit. Chuck, one more biplane up to the tally. Unfortunately, this is all we are seeing out here. It's just biplanes. That's it. So, I think officially we're up to 3 now. Let's see, 3 airplanes this patrol, so yippee, at least that's something. Unfortunately, it doesn't count towards anything, except, of course, for our own, what? Heck, not even our own morale. It's just, I guess, gunnery practice. Well, we're just gonna keep working our way through a patrol route. Hope we find something. See you guys in a bit. Alright, shocker, we got another plane. We'll just wait for him to get nice and close, get in on his diving, and then we should be able to end him like that. I'm getting pretty good at this. It's annoying as hell, but I am getting pretty good at it. Alright, so we picked up a convoy, and it's apparently a fairly big convoy, so I'm hoping we were going to be able to intercept it around this point, and then we'll have lots of explosions and exciting things to go. We're doing okay on fuel, 69%. That's a lucky number. So we shouldn't have much worries in getting back to port. So, yeah, next time I see you guys, hopefully, we got some convoys on the horizon. See you guys in a bit. Alright, guys. We got the convoy in sight. So, we can see we've got quite a few ships. And they are escorted. I want to check my torpedo ranges. 5, 7.5, and 12. So perhaps putting things on full speed was why I wasn't able to shoot any, or to hit that aircraft carrier. I could have just been pushing the range a bit too far. I'm willing to admit that that maybe wasn't really the best idea. I'm okay admitting when I'm wrong. I got no issues with that whatsoever. I think we can push it like that even. But now we're in the right. We've got an entire flotilla of targets to hit. And it looks like we do have some green ships in here. So we're going to want to be careful not to hit anything that might be, you know, a friendly or neutral ship. But I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be tough to tell. From this range, it's going to be tough to tell. So I think what we'll wind up doing is just going for things like, I mean, this ship here, fairly confident. We can turn that off. Fairly confident that sucker's flying a red flag, so it's probably British. But I'm also thinking that there's not too many red flags that are friendly to the you know, Germans at this stage of the war, or really any stage of the war. So we should be okay. I am being very lackadaisical here with my periscope being out while there are escorts, but it's dark. I think we're okay. I'm just concerned maybe we should, you know, hit an escort first. I'm not really sure.
New contact. Warship moving slow. Closing.
Well,
Bearing 316. Long range.
Target marked.
we can probably pretty successfully get a hit on one of those
New
destroyers.
contact. Merchant moving slow. Constant distance. Bearing 328. Long range.
But there are a lot of escorts, right? We got 5. So, and we only have 6 torpedoes in the forward tubes, thanks to the 4 that I wasted on the carrier group. So, we can't really take care of all the... Well, I guess we could theoretically take care of all the escorts and then rely on the deck gun for the rest of these ships. I'm not really sure that that's a good idea. I'm of the mind that it would probably be best to hit as many transports as we can. But the truth of the matter is, this guy is like right in my way. So we're going to have to hit one destroyer anyway. At the very least, we can make sure that it's a good hit, that it's a kill. And if it panics these guys and makes them go slower, then I'm okay with it. I would be A-okay with this fleet slowing down and pulling maneuvers so we can just...
Tracking new target.
I wonder, like, when they're packed in this closely, and with this escort basically taken care of, although I shouldn't count my chickens before they're hatched. I'm fairly confident this is going to be a hit. But we'll see. Anyway, as I was saying, if this is a hit,
Task force sighted. Bearing 3,
then we
2,
could
8.
probably get away with just loosing 3 blind torpedoes. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. This might not be good. Or it might be great. No, it's not going to be good. That's not going to hit. It's just going to miss. I am not having a good day today. Oh, that would have been lovely had that worked. Well, chances are... Well, it actually doesn't look like this guy knows what's up.
Target marked.
And to be honest, it doesn't really look like we're going to be able to get much of a hit. Although if we do something like that, that might be good. But, as I was saying, what might be worth it is to just loose some torpedoes. Although we'll see how this guy goes. That might actually, provided it's got the range, we might be able to pull off a hit there. So, yeah, we're gonna need...
Torpedo impact.
Alright, well, I will take a fluke shot any day of the week. So yeah, if we are gonna do some blind fires, perhaps, well, if we line it up, hold on. I'm thinking I definitely want to take out this destroyer now. Even if he is turning. Getting the shot. Something like that. Might be able to counteract his turn. He's turning into us. So yeah. What we would want to do is aim just slightly behind. And then we don't have to worry about an escort ship anymore, which is lovely. That guy is definitely going to be winding up dead. Well, he apparently wants a fight. Oh, so what we're gonna do, drop down a bit deeper. 89%. Now, again, we're going directly under a destroyer, which is not advisable. Because of the way depth charges are deployed, we're making it kind of easy for this guy. But my thinking is they've probably got bigger issues to deal with right now than dropping depth charges, and they probably don't even know where we are. As you can see,
Current depth 40 meters.
They dropped a depth charge way too far, and I don't think they're going to be able to come back for another pass. Because that hole in them, it's just too big, and there's too much fire.
2, 1, ready.
New contact. Warship moving slow. Closing. Bearing 280. Long range.
And where is that guy? No, that's a different warship. That guy there. I'm convinced that guy's dead. Right? Like, I don't want to waste another torpedo on him. We've already got a confirmed kill on that ship there, which looks to be a British ship, which is good. Let's go ahead and get tube 1 ready and waiting. And, oh my, that's good. Let's get a shot away on him. Let's see if we can make this 2 freighters killed. Let's load up tube 3. something like that might actually be exactly what we're looking for on that freighter over there. That guy may be a friendly. This guy is a safer bet. But I don't think... Well, we can try to push it.
Bearing 309.
And... I mean, that guy is definitely a British ship. So let's go with the target we know. Am I right?
Torpedo ship sighted. Bearing 3.
And getting ready for a Los.
3.
We got, what, 2 tubes left? One is reloading, one is ready to go.
Target locked. Tracking new task force sighted.
And yeah, that guy back there, definitely a green ship.
Target.
So I don't think we want to necessarily tangle with them. Back like that. Oh, beautiful. And Los. Alright, let's go scope some things out. We got some damaged ships to look at. Definitely a British freighter. Definitely going under. Good. Now there should be another guy that we done hit. Somewhere. I thought we had 2. But there's certainly only 1 ship on fire. And this is the destroyer we hit, which is... You know, that guy's definitely going down. So that's good. So I guess now, yeah. I thought...
Torpedo impact.
Which one? There we go. Let's scope this damage out. Nice hole. Nice fire.
Oh, stop.
A decent sized ship anyway. And one more. Where's my torpedo at? Well, this guy's pulling fancy maneuvers. And that torpedo definitely missed. Okay, well, 3 hits. 3 hits, that's not too bad. That guy's dead. We should have another escort coming for us, though.
Tracking new target.
And even though this guy's gonna know that we're around, we can still go for a kill on him. Or at least a hit. The angle on this shot is definitely not what I would call good. We got that situation where, like, just a little bit of a maneuver
Firing to 5.
is not good. I don't have high hopes for this shot. But I took it anyway, because I'm a risk taker. How is this guy still alive? You've got to be dying.
We have a task force inside. Bearing 317.
Anyway, let's get our periscope down, because that's probably a good thing to do with these guys on the hunt.
New waypoint. Course 353.
And we'll kick it up. Nah, speed 1.
Speed ahead.
Just inch it. I don't know. I don't know about this. It's probably just going to go alongside of him.
Tube 2. Ready.
And I think that is exactly what happened. Because it is now gone past. Which is fine. What we might want to do is go a bit deeper now. Or hope these 2 ships crash into each other. One of the 2. Come on, man. You've got to be dead.
Torpedo missed, sir.
I mean, props to these guys for continuing on their mission.
Depth 20 meters.
If I were in command of this destroyer, would have ordered them to abandon ship long ago. That's just me. I wonder, is 40 meters going to be deep enough?
Current depth 30 meters.
We might want to go deeper than that.
Depth of
Oh,
the keel is past safety depth.
we might want to go down to like 50.
Meters.
I don't think they'll be expecting that. Hello, freighter.
Current depth 40 meters.
So with 2 freighters hit and 1 sunk, I'm hoping what we can do, specifically with this guy, because it looks like he's going slow, is wait for the rest of the convoy to go past and then just pop up and finish off whoever's left behind. I think that seems like a fairly decent strategy. Like you see, it doesn't look like they know to go deep enough. And I'm
Depth 60 meters.
fairly confident we are going to be seeing this guy drop down much deeper than we are soon, I hope. Because this guy, he needs to just go under. And I think we're basically in the clear. Everyone's looking a little tense.
Yes.
Any problems?
On this boat is
Okay, good.
welding on this.
I was going to say, does that just keep going up each time? That would be amazing if it did. But it doesn't. Let's check out what we sunk. Keep up the good work, Joseph. While I stare at the ceiling of my ship. Boat. The bulkhead of my boat. And let's get these nautical terms correct, huh? We have sunk just a medium freighter. And that looks to be it. We're not going to see what else we impacted, so... yeah. 7,000 tons, though. That's not bad. Let's see. Dare I... oh, and it got added. So I definitely want to sink as many of these ships as I can. Unfortunately, we're really in a position where we can't sink that many. Oh, I like this. I like this. Please be stopped and prevent this ship from continuing. In fact, make this ship sink. Make it go under. Please. Oh, he's backing up. Damn. I wish the destroyers imported that for me instead of just, ramming into me. But I guess it's a different navy completely. I'm impressed that this ship has stayed up for as long as it has. I'm also impressed that considering how far out of the water those propellers are, this thing is still pulling some pretty quick maneuvering time. I don't necessarily want to adjust things or go higher up just yet.
All stop.
Although, we do have one in the forward-facing tubes. Alright,
Periscope depth.
let's get up to periscope depth. And let's see what we can find for our last fish. If we can find anything.
Torpedo missed. Task force inside. Bearing 331.
So that guy's active. Is he in a good position for our rear?
New target.
Maybe. With a bit of a speed increase. Something like that should theoretically hit. Although, can we get... We can't really get anything closer. So we'll just let him pull his turn. Oh, come on. Come on. Slowly, almost there, almost. We're close for Los, and Los. Alright, that guy is still apparently maneuvering. I don't believe it. Let's get our forward tube up and adjust this and make sure we're hitting actual targets. Okay, so if we kick up our speed and get closer to this guy, we should be able to get another ship. That's looking pretty good. I will take a shot like that any day of the week. That's a full-on dead destroyer. That's another full-on dead destroyer. So that's 2 dead destroyers. That ain't bad. The rest of the escort ships are, of course, going to be coming along to investigate things, but... Oh, really? Really? You're gonna do this to me? Alright, well, we have ways of dealing with the tricky... Oh, God, no. You control that, and you control that. Perfect. Now, if we keep moving, chances are we'll never get those 2 numbers to line up. So if we just stop. Really? That's how you're gonna go? I guess you are maneuvering to dodge torpedoes. I can't complain too much. Yeah, we'll keep you on medium, and we can be patient. Oh, and it looks like our patience paid off. This guy's turning right into a torpedo firing solution. I like it when they do that. And in 3, 2, 1. Los. Jiggled at the end there. We'll see. Oh, that would have been... I mean, that would have just been a prime shot. I don't know what the target specifics of that ship are, though. Oops, that's pretty not helpful. So we'll just go and follow this torpedo in. Where are you at, torpedo? There you are. And there's your target. Nice, straight down. My only concern is if people are watching and they take the wrong turn, this will just slide right past them. Yep. That's precisely what's going to happen. Well, no, that's definitely just a missed shot. Alright, well, let's survey the damage. It looks like we got something way over here doing some things that are, you know, really only done by ships that are sinking. That is definitely not a destroyer. It is definitely a freighter. That is definitely a big freighter. Hopefully it counts. I like that. And then we should have one more. This guy over here. It's looking low in the water, and she's definitely got a list. But I don't know. I've seen freighters survive shots like that. So we'll have to see. At least she'll be going slow. We could finish her off with the deck gun if need be. And here's our 2 destroyers we sunk. Standing proud like a monolith of resistance against the Kriegsmarine. Unfortunately, it's you know, a monolith in memorandum of a dead crew. And these guys are just a burning ship. There's nothing really all that spectacular about them. Let's scope things out. So we've got a tribal destroyer and another tribal destroyer. So those 2 things are good. And then this guy is another medium freighter. So let's check on that. Yeah, looking good. Looking mighty fine.
Torpedo missed, sir.
All right. Let's pop this up and see if we can get a better visual understanding of just what exactly is going on out here.
We have a task force
And
inside.
in particular, I'm curious about that ship. Right there. I want to make sure that thing goes down. Although... Are the escorts going to stay with those ships? Yeah, it looks like the escorts are just going to do their cruising around thing.
7-1, long range.
Oh, that's a merchant ship. Why was it spinning around? Maybe it was picking up survivors. I don't know if that's actually a thing or not, but you know what? We'll roleplay it. Let's just quickly check. This is, and this is 100% a little bit more cheaty than I usually like to be. But I just want to see what the closeness is of this ship to the rest of the convoy. To see if I can maybe hunt this guy down. Oh, he's sinking. Yeah, he's definitely sinking. That's a dead ship. That'll be one more for the tally. And all things considered, you know, no torpedoes in the tubes, and fairly decent progress on this mission here. I think it's time to head to Lorient. So, the nice thing about going to Lorient is it's pretty much a straight line. We want to come in on that side of the island, and then very carefully, right down the middle, like that. Well, we can pull that back a bit. Beauty. All right, we're not going to worry about doing like a full-on rebase and like ending the mission and stuff. We're just going to resupply. That's the plan. Anyway, let's just get these guys nicely out of range, so I can safely hop up on the surface.
Surface the boat. Recharging batteries.
All right, you can head down here, Wolfram. Stay in the command in the little area. We'll let Dieter take care of the watch, but I want to see... Oh man, yeah, we're never going to be able to find that. That freighter should be going down eventually. I hope. Maybe it already has. Oh, come on. I have a feeling it might have. A large steamer, 7,000 tons. That's that. So yeah, we're a third of the way done, or maybe a quarter. You know, between the two. That's exciting. I'm going to see you guys when we get back to port, or if we've got anything. Oh, before I do that, let's pull in our external reserves, and hope no airplanes come along while we're pulling torpedoes inside. Right? Right. All right, guys. We'll see you when we get back to Lorient. And emerging from the fog is familiar Lorient. We're going to refit, and we are going to shut down to nothing.
All stop.
Full load of torpedoes. We're all set. We should have a nice full fuel tank as well. 98% hull integrity. We took a little bit of machine gun fire from a annoying dive bomber. Let's scope things out. Morale is sitting around...
Ship sighted. Bearing 26.
Just under half. That's not so hot, but you know what? I'm sure we can recover from that, but that's going to have to be in the next episode. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this episode. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. We're getting ever closer to 750,000 tons. Granted, not a lot these last few episodes, but we started to pick it up again today. And I'm hoping that that is a sign for the future of wonderfulness. Yeah, so thank you all very much for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.